Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's new GTA 5 online video, Rockstar has just dropped their new weekly update for this week. And today on the show, we're going to be going over all of the largest, biggest, and most major changes for this week in GTA. We have some incredible money bonuses, or at least one that I think will greatly entice you that we discussed yesterday in the weekly update news and information preview. But also today, we're going to be going over some of the limited time rare and removed vehicles that you could purchase and take advantage of from different in-game vendors. We'll be talking about different rewards so you can get some returning content to the game, things like that. Overall, there's just some good stuff to enjoy. One of the rare and removed vehicles we're going to be discussing is this vehicle that you could see right behind me right here. We have some other good opportunities, but I think this one in particular, despite it not being like an absolute top 5 in any single category for any single purpose, I think you guys will greatly enjoy it because last time we had it, which was a long time ago, a lot of players like to see it and a lot of players bought it when they took advantage. So if you're just tuning into the game, or say if you haven't been playing for a while and you want to pick up some stuff, this is definitely the video to watch. With that said, let's jump in. I guess this is a good opportunity to discuss two of our money bonuses for the week, but also discuss some of the returning content to the game. So returning content this week is the Vespucci job remix. So 1 through 7 you can take advantage, and as you can see, it is paying out double money and double RP this week. So that's pretty nice if you want to do that, if you don't have any sort of business and you want to get some money faster so that you can buy one of your first businesses, or just top up your cash without participating in free roam content, things like that. I mean, Sumo Remix is here too, but it's not on bonus. But the other opportunity we have, this is over at the Mackenzie Airfield hangar. It is on the Oscar Guzman Flies Again mission. So you go, you buy that Mackenzie Airfield and that field hangar, and if you take part in the Titan job, which is the finale mission, you'll be getting double money and double RP. Now, if you play on hard mode and you get all of the basically, the planes, you get the insurgents, you get the D87 Iron Mules. I didn't know this, but if you go through, just collect everything once. That way you can continue to replay it and you have all those extra items and that extra loot to give you that extra bonus at the end. So between hard mode and collecting everything, that will give you $810,000 in an hour basically with single money. But this week with double money and double RP, it's $1.6 million that you can earn in less than an hour. Some people are doing speed runs in as low as 45 minutes with these setups. That is pretty quick. I've yet to even play through it a second time, but that's what we'll be checking out tomorrow. So the Titan job with the Oscar Guzman Flies Again missions are double money and double RP, so that'll be giving you more money than the Dr. Dre contract or Cayo Perico or even the Diamond Casino heist if you're playing with a second player going through, and you could do that. And it only has an hour cooldown. Cayo Perico has 3 hours. Dr. Dre has an hour. Diamond Casino, yeah, you could farm it back to back, I'm pretty sure, but you do need an extra player for that. So for a solo money-making activity, this will beat Dr. Dre, this will beat Cayo Perico, this will beat the Cluck and Bell farm rate. If you prefer that content, of course, then by all means continue playing it, but for strict money per hour, if you don't mind playing through these missions, then this is definitely going to be an opportunity for you this week. I also forgot to mention this for our weekly challenge. Super easy. So this ties into our money bonuses for the week. These icons right here are stash houses, and if you rob 3 stash houses this week, you'll make $100,000, as well as you'll unlock the white Western brand t-shirt. Now, you can rob one of these a day, so it will take you 3 different days. You will need to log in 3 different days during this weekly event. Call it today on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Boom, you're done. 100K. Now, normally, if you don't have any supplies to give to your businesses, you will just make straight cash from this, and I think you get up to like, what is it, maybe $40,000, $20, $30, $40,000. But in addition to that, if you have space in your asset lab or your bunker or any of your MC businesses that need product, even if it's just a little bit, the stash house will refill that for you. So you either get straight money or you get $500 and a full business refill. So it's definitely worth doing this. If you want the money, make sure you refill all your businesses and make sure that you just get the product, then hit the stash house. That way you get the money for it. But say if you need products resupplies for your business, this will give you 1 full resupply. So that's really nice right there. All right, let's jump into our discounts. All vehicle discounts for this week here in GTA. We have no property discounts or business discounts or anything like that. It's just vehicles. So here on Legendary Motorsport, the Benefactor SM722 is going to be 30% off this week. You can get it for $1,480,500. The Grazzi Furia from the Diamond Casino heist update is also going to be discounted here, 30% off. You can get it for $1.9 million or $1.438 million with the trade price. And then the Inuz Deity is also going to be discounted by 30% off. You can get it for $968,000 this week. That's definitely a car that is worth it and worth picking up as well. And then the rest of our discounts are going to be on Warstock, I'm pretty sure, or at least some of them are. So the Streamer 216 from the San Andreas Mercenaries update, it's on sale for 40% off. You can get it for $1.342 million. Definitely not worth it. It's just Not really a plane that's going to be useful for players unless you just want to buy it for the sake of buying it. Same thing with the Alcanos, $3.48 million. This vehicle is, and this aircraft is going to be 20% off. Then we have the Western Company Rogue. This is worth it at 40% off. You can get it for $720,000. This is a really good plane to fly around. Definitely a good weaponized option as well to use. And then the last vehicle discount for the week is the Sea Sparrow. You can get this for 40% off or just over $1 million, just under $1.1 million. If you have the normal Sparrow as part of your Casac, I don't really think you need a Sea Sparrow. You could just land this one on water. So if you feel like you really need that option, yeah, I guess you could buy it, but is it necessary? Not really. At the LS car meet, for some of our rare and removed test drive vehicles, this is where we have some pretty good opportunities for the week. So let's jump in with the one I discussed at the beginning of today's video. This is the Grotti Carbonazare. This is probably one of the most highly sought after rare and removed vehicles that, you know, of course, has returned to the game for a limited time this week. You get a nice blend of balanced performance as well as good acceleration. Top speed's going to be pretty good. It's very easy to control between understeer and oversteer. It has both tendencies, but there's a nice mix of it. Like, it doesn't kind of lean in either direction too much. It's just like a solid middle of the road sports car, you know, middle tier sports car. I would say it's very ideal for new players who want a very reliable yet fast vehicle for their collection, and it's not too expensive either. If you want to purchase it, $195,000, and I think a lot of players would appreciate buying this car, especially compared to this Overflood Entity XF. Obviously, this is one of the best OG vehicles ever in the game, and Rockstar removed it. Now they brought it back. It's a legendary supercar from, you know, the original release of GTA Online. You get super rapid and fast acceleration. Top speed's 125 miles an hour. Super highly competitive among newer cars as well, especially for this car's age. It's got great handling, really good grip, responsive steering. Overall, it's still a top choice for races and just like high-speed city driving, things like that. There's basically no customization. It's extremely limited, but nonetheless, it's a fantastic car. If you want to pick it up, $795,000 this week. Then we have the Pegassi Torero. For what this thing is, it's nice. You get agile handling, quick acceleration, just a good classic sports car. If you've driven the Cheetah Classic, this car is going to feel a little bit similar, I guess. Slightly worse, you know, lower top speed. It's only 117 miles an hour, and I'd say it's got like a heavy rear end. Like, it's thick with 3 C's in the back, so it's prone to fishtailing. It's got some durability issues, but not something that, you know, or it's a problem that you could solve by upgrading the armor, which you should do anyway. And overall, it's just inspired by the Lamborghini Countach, so it's just a very appealing addition for collectors in this game who like their classic sports cars. If you do want to pick this one up, it is going to run you $998,000 this week. Here at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport, at this vehicle vendor, we have more rare and removed vehicles that you could check out in game. So let's jump in here. Let's just go left to right. Starting off, this one, this is the Albany Alpha. This is a pretty sporty model in the game. It's got a top speed of 118 miles an hour, got decent acceleration. You're going to get a lot of wheel spin with this car because as big as it is, it's actually extremely lightweight, and it's also rear wheel drive, so you don't really hook up that well. Nonetheless, handling's pretty good, good braking. It's just enjoyable for just like casual driving around the map. Not really a top contender in competitive races or anything like that, but it's based off that 2013 Cadillac El Mirage concept, so it's a pretty cool collector's car, and if you do want to buy it, you can get it for $150,000 this week. Next up, the Dinka Veris. This is, I think, the heaviest ATV in the game. Not that there's that many, but nonetheless, it is what it is. The Veris is going to offer decent acceleration and good turning radius, but you do need bulletproof tires, obviously, because look at them. The tires and the wheels are very exposed here. Not really a top choice for racing. Surprisingly durable, and the traction actually can be improved with a saddlebag spoiler as a unique option. So you can add a spoiler upgrade to this vehicle, you get saddlebags, and that way you actually get better traction, funny enough. Now, we'll move on here. Actually, real quick, 21,000, excuse me, geez, I can't read this morning. $216,510 on sale. Then we have the Pegassi S-Key. I really like this bike. This is based on the 2015 Ducati Scrambler. You get nice tight turning radius, pretty good acceleration, maybe like above average, I would say, for a bike of its caliber. Notable top speed of 113 miles an hour. And in traffic and corners and things like that, it's pretty nimble. It can oversteer a little bit. It may spin out if you lean too much, and that could be a drawback for some people, but I think it's just a worthwhile addition to your garage, especially at a price point of $288,000. Next up, this is the Grotti Cheetah. We've seen this OG supercar come back a couple times as a rare and removed vehicle that's featured back for a limited time this week, but nonetheless, it's back yet again. It's acclaimed for its excellent acceleration and really good top speed. It's got overall just great performance. I have like nothing super bad to say about it, but except in the damage department, minor collisions, things like that, it takes a lot of damage, even from like the smallest of bumps on the road. But the design is inspired by the Ferrari Enzo and like a little bit of elements from the Pagani Zonda, so that's pretty cool. You get nice combined elements from both those supercars, and you get a very distinctive appearance with this one. And honestly, the paint job here at Simeon's this week is pretty nice. If you do want to pick it up, it is going to run you $650,000. Next up, this is the Grotti GT500. This is a sports classic. It's going to stand out with exceptional handling and I think very stylish design. It's also a good beginner's car for people who want like responsive yet like more of like an elegant appearing vehicle. It's not going to lead the pack in terms of acceleration and top speed, and you know, the comfort and control on varied terrains is going to be sort of varied here. I would say like you can use it as a rally car, but obviously it's better on the road. And if you do want to pick it up, $809,000. This would be a good beginner vehicle to get if it wasn't so expensive. That's what I was trying to get at before. But nonetheless, here is the Grotti GT500. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, your Lucky Wheel podium vehicle this week is the Maibatsu Monstrosity. Now, this is a great off-roader. It's got really good handling and responsiveness on all sorts of off-road terrain, whether you're going up Mount Chiliad, driving on the beach, things like that. Super sturdy. The off-road capabilities, I think, just make it a very reliable choice for taking it on all sorts of rough track in general. The braking system is going to ensure that you're, braking well, nice and controlled. You're not going to spin out or anything like that. I feel like this vehicle is just like a little bit top-heavy, but at the same time, it's zippy, it's zoomy, it's responsive. Good armor with the upgrade options. It's pretty good in off-road races, and overall, I just think it's a great off-roader. It's not a top 5 by any means, but overall, just a solid choice. And so we're going to try and unlock it this week, because I don't even think I have one on this character. I have one on my OG character, but not on this one. And so let's just see if we can get lucky, spin this wheel, and give us some goodies here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go right past the vehicle. 30K, 30K, 30K. I'll take, hey, $30,000. I will take that, ladies and gentlemen. Also, don't forget about your visitor chips. Here at the LS Car Meet, your prize ride for the week is this Nuss Windsor drop. And in order to unlock this vehicle, of course, the prize ride challenge for this week is just finishing top 5 in LS Car Meet Series races for 3 days in a row. Sorry, I almost misspoke there and said 5 days in a row. But honestly, very, very simple. Again, you can get this started right away. In terms of performance, this car is going to kind of fall in the middle range for the class of vehicle. It's funny. It's a sedan, as you can see. It has 4 doors, but I swear to God, this vehicle's in the coupes class. I don't know why, but nonetheless, just like the standard Windsor in this game, acceleration is going to be decent, very comparable to like the Felon or another older vehicle like that. But I'd put it in the same class, like the Felon, the Oracle. Top speed is going to be okay for the age of this vehicle, surpassing other vehicles in its class, especially some sports cars. But the handling's not going to be that good because it's super heavy, really bad understeer. Braking's good for what it is, but just average overall, if that makes sense. Really, the only advantage of using this is that if you want really good stability while turning and cornering, well, this car has it. You're not going to feel like you're going to roll over, but you're not going to feel like you're going that fast either. Jumping into our 3 salvage yard robberies for this week here in GTA. These are going to be available all the way up until March the 26th. So let's start off here on the left side. This is the Albany Roosevelt Valor. This is going to be a mid-range vehicle for the week, featured in the Gangbanger robbery where you could steal it. Then the Benefactor Slogan GT in the middle is yet another mid-range vehicle for the week, stealable in the cargo ship robbery. And then the Benefactor SM722 is going to be this week's top range vehicle, featured in the podium robbery where you could steal it. But unfortunately, because of the lack of the garage icon in the bottom left-hand corner of the vehicle thumbnails, none of these are claimable this week. Here at the gun van this week, if you want to find the location, it's here at the Tatavium Mountains. If you guys are watching on Thursday, March the 20th here in 2025, so the start of this weekly update, this is the location on the map right here. And when it comes to the gun van stock and selection this week, let's check out what we have on offer. So we have the Up and Atomizer featured here, which is going to be a very nice purchase. You definitely want to pick that up. Same here with the Service Carbine, the Combat Shotgun, the Marksman Rifle, the Assault Rifle, not the Mark II variant, just the normal, plus the Nightstick. Now, the Up and Atomizer is going to be 40% off for all players in this game. This is definitely a must-have purchase because you can only get it from the gun van for one reason. That's obviously one reason to buy it, but the other is just you can get all your vehicles, whether they're normal vehicles or delivery vehicles, unstuck if you get them jammed up. Say if you get, your Phantom Wedge, or even something like the Pounder Custom for your nightclub. You get it stuck on a bridge or underneath a tree or something like that. The up and atomizer will dislodge it, so it's super important. We have free sticky bombs this week, so let's pick up some of those because I could use some extra ones right there. I'll just continue to buy all of them. And then the service carbine is also going to be another weapon that is discounted. This is going to be 30% off for GTA Plus members. This is worth it at full price, whether you're a GTA Plus member or not. Of course, you can use the crime scenes to collect the 5 weapon parts and craft and assemble the service carbine, but you might as well just buy it from the gunman, honestly, because I think at that point it's only like at most like $400,000 to $700,000. I forget exactly how much, but it's worth it. I mean, it's a great, who doesn't love an M16, right? With all that out of the way, though, we are going to be wrapping things up right here. So again, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you want to see more GTA 5 online content like this. Also, feel free to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you are more than welcome to ask me questions on those platforms. My name over on all my social medias is @HazardousHDTV, and all of my links will be included down in the description below. We're going to be grinding out the Titan job as well as the other Oscar Guzman content this week for the double money, so if you want to tune into Twitch, make sure you do so. Also, one last apology on my voice sounding a little bit coarse. I think I'm still a little bit sick from my trip, just from staying up and traveling and things like that. But nonetheless, we're back, baby. We're going to be grinding out the GTA content this week. So have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.